So it's 38 weeks out from the Delirious West. This morning I'm down in Bells Rapids doing a 30k run. This week has went good in terms that I'm on target and I've hit all my Ks. I think I've 70 odd K up at this stage. The plan is to, sorry about the heavy breathing, I'm climbing this mountain here. I hope you are getting some of the views. The plan this week, as I say, is to run 100 odd K, so 70 up at this stage. I get today finished, that'll be the 100 and 100 odd. So if you want to see how this week's went, please check out in the description the link to the day-to-day training for week 38. I just want to show you this awesome view climbing this mountain. It's probably could have picked a better place to do this, but views wise, hopefully it'll come through. So this week, the kind of topic I want to talk about is planning to do the 200 and just kind of how I've went about it. Might not be the right way in some people's eyes, but it's what works for me. This year I'm taking a slightly different approach than last year. Last year was my plan to run as much as I could, as often as I could. This year I'm going to try and structure it a little bit more. Structured plans definitely aren't new to me. For about the 10 years that I was in triathlon, I used to work fairly regimented to one. The problem I find with structured plans is, especially if your life's not very structured and work throws curveballs at you, you can start getting sometimes a little bit demoralised whenever they go wrong. So that's why the last few years I've just kind of went by feel. I suppose the Ultraman 2017 was the last kind of planning that I had really regimented it and kind of worked to. So what I've tried to do this year is take a little bit of both. So my plan is to kind of work 2 month blocks and build. Obviously the first thing I do is analyse where I'm starting from. So after the recovery period from the Delirious West, just how did I feel, what was I running, and then I pick a few points to aim for and to work towards. I've dropped in a couple of races that hopefully, if the roster works out, that I'll get them in. So yeah, it's pretty much a case of having the big goal, having the big picture of how you see your training going over the year, 8 months, 9 months, whatever you're training for, whatever your training period is. Identifying them kind of training blocks, them big races, and then what I do is I usually build the program around it. So at the minute, as I say, I've kind of worked out, and you can check out on ultramadman.com the training plan for this year for the next 2 months. I think it started about 60k, gradually increases with a rest week every 4 weeks with a few lower Ks, but we've got to hold it. Just 1 minute. 1, that hill's killing me, but 2, have a look at that peace and quiet, the view, the mist over the valley, unreal. So as I say, I've worked out that starts at 60k and kind of keeps increasing. Maybe I don't really go by the 10% rule. I kind of go with what I feel I can increase it comfortably after a few years of training. But usually about 10, 15k, 20k a week, depending on how I feel. And I think, as I say, I know this week I had 100k penciled in. That's after 3 weeks, so it's probably took 3 weeks to get from 60 till 100. Realistically, I don't think I'll be able to afford much more time than 100, 130, 140k. And that's for a few reasons. That's one, I want to make sure that it's not affecting my priorities in life. My family and my work obviously come first. This is just a hobby, or a crazy pastime as some people call it. But oh look, we have kangaroos. I wonder will we spot them. How cool is that? You don't see that in every YouTube channel. So, look, as I say, priorities, family, work, and then the trail running. So yes, you read all the things about the long distance kind of ultra runners, and they're clocking up 160, 200k a week. One, not sure if I could ever get the body to that stage, but I work 70, 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week some weeks. It's just impossible. So, as I say, the plan at the minute is to continue to increase. Very tired this week, so I'm not sure if that'll actually change next week's. So, even though it's structured, I still go with how the body's feeling on any given day. Obviously the main goal is to limit getting any injuries, eliminate preferably. Now, in order to do that, you have to kind of analyse how the body's feeling on a daily basis. So even though I've done it over 8 weeks, I'll break that even up until weekly. So my 8 weeks is more like a guideline of what I'd like to achieve. But if the body's saying, Glenn, no, enough, we're only going to do 100k this week instead of 120, that's what I'll do, and then I'll rejiggle it to start building from that point again. So that's how I kind of work my plans at this stage. The other planning aspect is obviously your actual races that you want to do. So I'll do a little video on planning for your long weekends. I'll get that up in the next week or so. Every time I run this trail I see kangaroos. Awesome. So yeah, I'll do that video in next week maybe, on just kind of how I introduce the training blocks into it. So my plan for this year, as an example, is to do the WTF 100 miler in September. That's probably about 3 months away now at this stage. Maybe before that I'll try and get a night away where I'll do kind of 100k or 120k through the night, bit of hiking, bit of running, get the body used to it. I'll do the 100 miler, and then after that I'll look at the schedule and pencil in kind of maybe 3-4 weekends of good long trails, 24-hour plus, maybe even getting close to 28. I know that's they're everywhere this morning. I know that's where I think the time on my feet will help compared to last year, so hopefully that's the case. And so that's kind of how I've broke up my plan. As I say, I have my long-term plan, which includes them kind of building sessions, them long weekends, or if I'm back at fly in, fly out. I'm guessing at that stage it could be during the week. But so I've penciled in all the big races, and then my build in between times. And as I say, this will make much more sense if you go to the blog page ultramadman.com. You'll get to see how this next 8 weeks of running schedule has been built up, and kind of where my plan goes from then on. So as I say, key things to remember whenever you're planning for any race, especially a race this side, is you gotta allow some flexibility, because life's gonna get in the road. You can't just keep going without either having sickness or cold or injury or whatever. Obviously that's the goal, to prevent that, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way. So figure out your plan. Don't be too stringent on it. Be flexible. Don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a session or if a week doesn't go exactly to plan. Forget about it. It's pretty much as we were running in the trails. Kind of live in the moment. Yes, you have a plan for the race, which we'll also do a little video on in a couple of weeks' time. But everybody knows that things don't exactly go to plan, and it's a case of being flexible enough that you can actually change and make things happen. I don't know if this is coming through in the video, but there's like 13 maybe or so kangaroos over there behind us. It's a pretty awesome morning. And look, going back to my very first video, this is the goal that I do. This shows people kind of out and about what there is out on a Saturday morning, as I say. Trails are looking lovely this morning. The sun's just coming up, so I've got about another 20k to do, so that will be fun. So look, I hope your training's going well. I hope that you've got a plan in place. I hope you've booked into the big race. Look, and it's the same principle applies for a 100 miler or a 100k or a 50k or a marathon, or if you just want to get out and do 10k around the trails, or you want to get out and do 1k around the block. Same principle. Try and put a plan in place that you think is achievable. Slightly stretch it, because it should be a slight stretch, and get out and make it happen. So that's my little piece for this week. Please leave some comments on the video below if you've watched it. If you've liked it, hit the like button, thumbs up, and if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. There will be a lot more videos coming up, a lot more places like this where we've got furry little friends for company on the trails, and beautiful views. So hopefully there'll be some little bit of insight into it too, which will maybe give somebody a boost to get out and challenge themselves still a little bit more. But yeah, as I say, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and tune in. The other video this week will be, as I said earlier, in the description below, is how the trainings went day by day, and there's a few different things in it, so please click on it, and you'll see what it's like trying to get up and run 100k and work at the same time. So That's kind of us for now. As I say, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have an awesome week on the trails, and we'll see you soon.